Hello! Hi everyone, this is Love Maitri. I'm Maitri, and today it's time. It's time to do another pick a pile reading, and we are going to channel a message that all of you need to hear before 2023 ends. This is going to be exciting. This year has been a roller coaster ride, well, not just for me, but for a lot of people, of course. And now it just feels like we're setting the energetic stage for 2024 to come in. And I keep hearing the word blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. So it's going to be great. I'm curious to see what kind of messages are going to come through. The 999 synchronicity is already showing up for all of us. You'll notice when you look at the 3 piles that we have with us today. But yeah, this is going to be a magical reading. I can already feel it. So let's do it. Hi group 1. So if you chose this beautiful 9 of cups and the pink calcite, I think, then this is going to be your reading. So I turned on the lights before I started recording for your group. And do you notice these rays of lights that are just falling over? Yeah, it felt like a message. I don't know why, but the moment I noticed these rays of light, I felt like there's an angelic presence blessing this group. Because I'm probably going to turn off the lights after I finish recording your reading, but this felt really significant. It does not have to be an angel per se, it could also be an ancestral figure, it could be a god or a goddess that you connect with, but just know that there's something of a higher power that's looking after you right now, that's protecting you right now. Okay, so let's start with your cards. There's a lot to say here already. You will know that this is your pile if recently you have been very sensitive, very touchy. Like you might watch an emotional video and start crying out of nowhere, or in general there's this sense of feeling emotionally imbalanced or being easily triggered, especially by a family member of yours. I know this is a very specific message, but that is what is coming through, that there's somebody really close in your circle. It is most probably a family member, but if it's not, it could also be a close friend, it could be a romantic partner, somebody that you interact with on a daily basis, someone who knows you as a person really well. I wanted to say someone who knows your energy, someone who knows your emotions. And recently, they have been putting you on the edge a little, making you feel like you're walking on a tightrope, getting on your nerves, triggering you. And when anything that one specific person says, it just makes you annoyed and frustrated, and it makes you want to react impulsively as well. That's happening here for this group. And it's not like these emotions are long lived, or that, yeah, they're not long lasting, but somehow they keep happening over and over again, especially recently they've been happening more often than usual. And yeah, like I'm hearing like a lot of just buzzing, like mosquito buzzing, fly buzzing, that just makes you want to it just gets on your nerves, right? There's someone in your circle who's doing that to you, or at least that's how you've been feeling. Overstimulated, overwhelmed, I'm also hearing sensory overload. And there's a lot of overthinking going on here as a part of it. Like, I'm seeing a couple of things here. First of all, there's a group of people who's just going like, what is happening to me? Why am I feeling this way? Why do I feel so imbalanced and so chaotic all the time? There's a lot of like trying to understand what's going on but not being able to find the answers. Then there's another group of people who might actually act on their impulses. Like, you might snap, you might yell, you might speak in a really rude tone, and afterwards there's just a lot of guilt. There's a lot of questioning yourself as to why you reacted in that manner. Why were you so impulsive? What happened? Like, maybe you're usually a very calm, composed person. I do see that energy here. I see you as somebody who's usually able to maintain harmony in their connections, but recently this particular connection has been testing you, and it's a close connection. That's why it's troubling you so much. Like, what is going on? There's also another group of people that is just frustrated. It could be that you're not the one who's snapping and yelling, it's the other person. They keep saying certain things that put you on the edge, and you're kind of putting all of the blame on them, that they are not able to manage their emotions, they're not able to control their impulses. There's a lot happening here. The point is, there's a specific person, a specific connection that's troubling you right now, especially on a mental level. A lot of you might find that you're having trouble sleeping at night as well. Maybe because you're thinking about this, or in general, like maybe throughout the day you carry that residual energy with yourself, and you're constantly in your head, you're constantly questioning yourself, you're constantly questioning your emotions. So by the time you get to bed, you don't feel relaxed, you don't feel calm enough to have that sound sleep. And the first message that you need to hear right now is that this is a sign. It's a sign from your body, it's a sign from your emotions that you need to create more space for self-care right now, for emotional management right now. The reason you feel attacked, or the reason that you are attacking other people, or the reason that you feel chaotic right now is because a part of you is imbalanced, a part of you does not feel safe, a part of you is out of harmony. Somehow I'm thinking of music, like I'm thinking of instruments being out of tune. And now it's time for you to tune your own strings, your heart strings. It's time to connect with your inner child, it's time to connect with your emotions, it's time to connect with your heart. And of course, music itself might be really helpful in that. Somehow I'm thinking of like channeled songs. You know how a lot of readers, they channel specific songs for groups. I am not getting anything right now, but you're being told that if you come across a channeled song in the next few days, like you come across a reading that mentions a specific song, listen to it. It might be helpful, it might be what you need. Right, so these are direct messages from your body, that your body needs to feel safe, it needs to feel composed, it needs to feel calm. So physical, emotional self-care is really important right now. I also feel like your intuition is trying to say something to you. I don't know if it's the same message as what I'm giving to you right now, or if it's something else. It could be the second message that I want to give to you guys. I'll get to it. But it feels like your intuition has been trying to connect with you, has been trying to communicate with you. There are some things, some signs that it wants to give you, some things that it wants to tell you. I feel This this bubbling up energy. How should I say it? It's like someone is really, really excited to talk to you. They want to give you some kind of a good news, but because you're lost in your headspace, in your head, you're lost in the mental chaos, the emotional chaos, you're not able to see this little person that's your intuition that's just jumping and trying to get to you. Yeah, I don't know why, but I see you on top of a cliff, or like at least like way higher above than your intuition. Like your intuition has been having a really hard time trying to reach to you. Trying to reach you. It could be because you're not meditating, you're not journaling, you're not doing the things that you usually do to connect with your intuition, or because you've been lost up here, Yeah, maybe that's why that metaphor of height. Anyway, right, so this is the time for self-care. This is the time to tune in, to tune your heartstrings and take care of yourself. The second message that you need to hear before 2023 ends is that there is something really good coming your way. Now, this is going to be different for everybody. For a lot of you, this is a person. It's a person that wants to give you some kind of an offer. It does not have to be just a romantic offer. It could also be related to your career. But I see a lot of passion here. I see a lot of love. I see a lot of excitement over the potential that lies in the future. What you two could do together. What you two could be together. For those of you who are already in a connection, or who know about a soul connection that you have with somebody, you might not know this person in the physical reality. Maybe you have a telepathic connection with them. There is an overall indication that you're going to start. First of all, communication is going to increase. So even if this is a telepathic connection, you're going to start receiving more psychic communication from them. If this is a connection that is grounded in the physical reality, then the two of you are going to start hanging out more often. There are going to be more dates. There are going to be more conversations. I'm seeing like really long phone calls, text messages, love letters. There's just a leveling up, more communication, more being in touch. Like, yeah, I just saw two people feeling like they're one single unit, more holding hands as well, more physical expressions of love. Is that how you say it? Physical touch, like the love language. Yeah. And if this is not for you, if love is not what you're looking for right now, then this is a career opportunity, especially for those of you who have been waiting for some kind of a job offer, or a promotion, or some kind of something better than what you have right now. And it could be something that you have been consciously manifesting, or it could be something that you have been subconsciously expecting. You're going to start to feel really, really happy, much more excited, much more passionate. For those of you who have like a business of your own, who practice like a skill or a hobby, something artistic, you're going to start to feel more creative. You'll receive more ideas. And the fact that I just said that you're going to receive more ideas, a lot of you could actually be channeling directly from the divine, or in general, there's just a rise in creative ideas. You're going to start feeling more in tune, more inspired. And if there's something that you put on a hiatus for a while, that you just couldn't find the time for, you're going to start feeling more drawn towards it, so much so that you won't be able to avoid it anymore. Yeah, I also see you being blessed with more energy, like higher energy levels, so that you actually have the time to spend on whoever or whatever this thing is that is coming into your life. For some of you, this is also a travel opportunity. This could be from work, this could also be a solo trip. Some of you, a very few of you, could also be traveling abroad. There's a sense of community here. Like, whenever you do get to this place, wherever it is that you're going to find your people there. Even though there's a very individual sense to it, like, I'm traveling alone, I'm using my money to do this, I'm supporting myself, I'm going to learn more about myself, I'm going to explore my own interests and things like that. Once you do get there, you're going to find your tribe. That's kind of what I want to say. Yes, so the part where I was saying that your intuition has been trying to communicate with you is exactly this part. Your intuition has been trying to tell you that there are good things coming our way, but you have been so much taken up by your own anxiety, by your own fears, by your own emotions, that you haven't been able to hear this tiny little voice that's just saying, listen, it's going to get really, really, really amazing. For a small bunch of you, all of these things are going to happen. You're going to find the best partner ever, you're going to create a beautiful travel opportunity for yourself, and your career is going to blossom. Yep, this is that wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment kind of a pile. This is that pile that I was talking about when I said blessings on blessings on blessings. And this period that you're going through right now, this phase where you feel triggered, chaotic, messy, you don't even know what's going on, you don't understand what's happening with your emotions, this is like a purging process. It's a process of cleansing, it's a process of releasing. It's like you're releasing all the emotions, that spectrum of emotions that you won't be needing wherever it is that you're going. You want to be able to hold joyful, positive emotions in your body when this opportunity comes into your life. You want to be excited, you want to feel blessed, you want to feel hopeful and faithful. You want to feel like all of that patience, all of that trusting was not in vain. And before that happens, Spirit wants you to just release this baggage of emotions that you're carrying in your heart for no reason. So this particular person who has been triggering you, they're playing a really, really important role in your journey. So you might even extend some gratitude towards them. They're helping you cleanse these energies out. They're helping you release the energies that you won't be needing in the future. And that is a huge role to play in someone's journey. You don't want to be the bad person in another person's journey, right? In their story. And the fact that this family member or friend or partner or whoever this is taking up this role, it's on a soul level, it's such a brave task to do, right? So this is also a beautiful opportunity for you to extend some gratitude towards this person. I knew it. I knew that this was going to be a magical reading. Okay then, those were all the messages that I had for you. I hope this helped. I hope it resonated. Let me know if it made sense. Let me know if there's something that you felt you could add to this reading. Because I've noticed, like, after you look at the cards, you might channel some messages of your own, and that's why I always like to show people their cards, because they can intuitively connect with the colors, the images, the words as well. So yeah. I hope you liked this reading, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hi group 2. So if you chose the Hermit and the Yellow Aventurine, then this is going to be your reading. I just noticed that there's a little sunflower of sorts on the card. So sunflower could be a significant sign for this group. There are so many messages coming through at once. This is also like the 4th or the 5th time that I'm trying to start your reading, but I keep being interrupted. There's a lot of ungrounded energy here. There are so many things coming through. Oh my god. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Okay, some of you could be coming from group 1 because I noticed that, mm, although this energy is much heavier, it's much sadder, honestly. Group 1 did address a small bit of your energies, although in a very positive manner. Like, you might want to go back to group 1 after this one, it will help you. uh, yeah, and there are some colors that are really standing out for your group, including yellow, red, and blue, which are all the primary colors, right? Yeah, they're the primary colors. Okay, let's see where that leads us, because I think it's significant that it's the primary colors that are standing out for you. There's also something about clothes here. Like, right now, like, these could be signs to confirm that this is your group. Okay, if you don't resonate with this part, you could check another pile. Self-doubt. Okay. There are some signs that are like, talking about clothes, fashion. There's a lot of fashionable people on these cards. uh, like, either you're paying really close attention to how you're dressing up right now, maybe you're trying out a different style. But there's also something about, like, feeling more comfortable in your skin, so that you want to try everything now, like even the clothes that you did not used to um, wear earlier on. Now you want to try and see what they look like on you. Nice. Some of you could be like starting some kind of a fitness regime, like you're maybe starting to work out, or you've started to do yoga, because there's a lot of like skin and movement here. Yeah, like you're really learning how to be comfortable with your body. You're learning how to see that your body can be lovable just as it is, and that if there are things that you don't like so much, you can give them a lot of love and then start changing them. Okay. See, the moment I started talking about the body, I also started to feel a bit more grounded. So if you are not exercising or working out or doing yoga or whatever, if you're not including any movement in your routine right now, then this is your sign to start moving. It does not have to be anything too strict. It does not have to be like, you don't have to get a gym membership or anything. Maybe this could be just stretching every morning. This could be going for a walk or something like that. I'm still like struggling with my words, so that ungrounded energy has not completely left, but it's okay. We can move through it. We can move through this. Sorry, so much to say here. Like, when I sat down with your cards, I knew that it was talking about just one specific thing. But now, the more I sit with your energy, there's so much going on here. First of all, you have the Hermit twice. I'm already giving you this warning. If you do not want a reading about relationships, if you do not want a reading about love, about a specific person, about singlehood, then you don't want to watch the rest of this reading. Because singlehood is a big theme in these cards. Actually, the first thing I heard when I saw your cards was that there's a lot of sadness in this group. But the sadness is like really nicely well hidden. It's not showing up to the surface. Like, this sadness is just known to you and your heart, and it's sadness over a person or a connection or singlehood. Like, there's just a lot of frustration, over the fact that you have been single for so long, or maybe it hasn't been that long, you're just frustrated about being single, and it's making you sadder than what you would like to acknowledge and accept. That's why you're not talking about it. But again, like, it's stuck inside of you, and it's big enough for me to be able to see that, in these scars. So you haven't done a perfect job at hiding it. And I also heard, or more like, I had this saw this image of a waterfall and I was looking at your cards. Like, again, there's that similarity to group one where you might feel the urge to cry out of nowhere, or you just feel like your heart is really heavy, or there's like a blockage in your throat, there's a lump in your throat, or your head feels heavy. That's because your body has this really intense urge to cry. At the same time, it might not be able to. You could be resisting that flow, you could be forcing it to I just heard you could be forcing yourself to shut down. Like the moment that bubbling up of emotions happens, a part of you is just like, okay, we don't have time for this, we have things to do, we can't deal with this, and anyway, what's the point of this? Why do we want to cry? Everything's going so well. That's another major theme in your card. Like, I see you working on yourself, not just in terms of fitness and diet, but I see you becoming a better person. Maybe you have been on your healing journey for a while, maybe you have been on your personal growth journey for a while. You've done a lot of work, it's been slow growth, but like really, what's the word? I want to say benefiting, but I want to use a more poetic word, yeah, you guys are hopeless romantics. Like, even if you don't acknowledge it, this group is full of hopeless romantics. You've been putting in a lot of effort when it comes to becoming a better version of yourself, and all of that effort has been paying off. You have seen a lot of change inside of you, you have seen a lot of growth, you have seen a lot of healing. But all of a sudden, there's this crazy, unexplainable, intense desire to be with somebody, to be in a relationship. You could have someone specific on your mind, especially if you are on a divine counterpart or twin flame journey. This could be talking about your divine union as well. And it's like, that it's going to happen. At some point of your life, you will get this healthy, loving relationship that you want. That you will get into your sacred divine union. That if not this person, you will be with somebody else and you will have your happy ending. But just right now, you're struggling a lot mentally, because I noticed, like, I felt like self-doubt, or like twice I almost told you guys to stop watching, even though it was indirectly, to like look for another message. So there's this sense of, I don't want to face this, or like, I would rather distract myself, I would rather do something else. I have a lot of goals, I have a lot of healing to do, I have a lot of activities I want to spend my time on. I need to start dressing up, I need to go out, I have this event to go to, or something like that, but they're all distractions. And the message that's coming through for you is that, first of all of that self-doubt, all of those I just heard like a scream inside my head. I heard somebody screaming, like those chaotic voices inside of your head. It's all just in your head. Like the overthinking, the anxiety, the fears, the doubts, whether you'll be alone for the rest of your life, whether you'll be single for the rest of your life, why are so many good things happening to other people and there's nothing happening with me, and why are things not working out, why is it taking so long? All of these things, it's not your intuition, it's your overthinking mind, it's your terrified ego that is so attached to this image of being in a relationship, specifically with this person or like in general. And the fact that everything is working out, everything may be going well, You have a lot of things to be grateful for. There are a lot of blessings happening in your life. It does not matter to your ego. None of those things matter to your ego. What your ego cares about is that one thing that you don't have right now. And somehow, yeah, I just heard like I don't even see a sign of it. I don't see it coming my way. Again, all in your head. The message that is showing up for you today is that union is on the way, that you will be in a relationship, that you will find your happy ending. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know if it's before 2023 or sometime in the future. But that part of you that is scared that you're going to die alone or something like that, it's lying to you, and it's a voice that you don't need to pay attention to. That at the same time, Spirit is not saying that the number 6 is standing out to me. I'll talk about it. The Spirit is saying that it's also not the time to run away from these voices. Like, even though I just told you that none of those thoughts inside your head are true, it doesn't mean that you avoid them. It doesn't mean that you distract yourself. It doesn't mean that you run away from them. Remember the waterfall? It's time for you to let all of these thoughts out through a physical medium. Crying would be the best possible solution for you. If you cry your heart out, if you just watch like an extremely emotional movie, The Unforgivable is my recommendation for you, because it made me cry recently. Crying your heart out, or even exercising, like sweating, like somehow water energy is showing up for you. So using these physical ways, like using your body to release all of these heavy emotions, heavy thoughts, heavy energies that you're carrying, is going to help you feel more hopeful, more positive. I just heard bright future. It's actually going to help you realize the fact that there is a bright future for you out there, especially for your love life. I mean, you literally have the Lover's card, right? So I was talking about the number 6. The month of June could be significant. Gemini could be significant. 6 to 8 weeks or 6 to 8 days from now could be significant. 8 is also standing out for me, but this feels like 8 weeks rather than 8 days. But of course, like, it's different for everybody. I think pile 1 had the 99 angel number as well, and you do as well. So for some of you, this union is pretty close. For others of you who haven't even met this person that you will be with in your next relationship, they might show up within the next 8 weeks. I keep wanting to repeat 8 weeks, 8 weeks, 8 weeks. But again, like, spiders could also be a sign for this group. Again, all the overthinking, all the anxiety, all the fears, all the doubt, it's in your head. And instead of running away from these, it's time for you to face them and release them. Find a way to release them. Like, often when we struggle with difficult emotions, we try to, like, how should I say this? Like, we try to force a lot of positivity upon ourselves, like, no, you have to have faith, you have to think positively, it's going to work out, everything's going to be fine. And sometimes that works, but often it leaves the root cause unattended. That root part of you that is sad, over being single or not having that person. It could be abandonment issues, it could be codependency issues, it could be ego attachment. Spirit is saying that now it's time to attend to the root, it's time to pay attention to that. And before that happens, before you can, like, dive deep into your subconscious and, like, make sense of what is going on, why it's happening, you want to be able to feel all of the things that your heart wants to feel. Not a lot of those emotions are going to be happy, uplifting, and positive. You might want to cry, you might want to scream, you might want to yell, you might want to just be angry at someone, like punch a pillow or throw cheap plastic dishes or something like that. Go ahead and do that. find a physical medium of expression, and then talk to yourself. Then come back to this little sad baby sitting inside of you, moaning over not having a relationship. Then talk to her or him. Ask them what's going on. And for a lot of you, things are going to work out sooner than you realize. But you're definitely not going to die alone. That's for sure. Okay, so those are all the messages that I had for you. I hope it made sense. I hope it resonated. I hope it helped. Let me know if it did or not. And yeah, I will see you in the next reading. Hi, group 3. So if you chose the Nine of Swords and the Green Aventurine, then this is going to be your reading. I gave group 2 this message where I told them to look at group 1 once they're done with their reading, and I'm going to tell you to do the same, because group 1 was a lot of positive energy, and I feel like all of us can do with some positivity, even though like we don't have a lot of things to be worried about. Still there's a lot of fear and sadness in our system. So once you're done, just look at group 1 and just borrow that excited, passionate energy that they are embodying right now. You might resonate with those messages as well. You never know. Okay. There's a lot of fear in your cards, and I want to say that these fears are, I heard nonsensical, but I wanted to say irrational, because they're fears these are fears that belong in the future. Like, these are things that you are expecting, and Spirit is saying, like, this is your biggest message here, that whatever bad things you're expecting to come into your life in the future, whatever these expectations are, they're not real. Like, at least until now, there's no evidence that something like what you're expecting is going to happen. I just noticed that the lighting became really low in your reading, and that's significant because okay, let's start from the beginning. So I see that you feel called to do something. I feel that you may feel that you have found your soul purpose, or at least like what you're supposed to be doing right now. There's a calling in your heart, and I see you either ready to make these moves, you're ready to move forward towards this calling, this change that you want to embody, or maybe you've already started, maybe you've already begun. And the fears that I was talking about, the fears are related to this very same calling. You're scared that once you fully embrace this change, once you go ahead and make this shift, this move, you're going to have to deal with challenges and obstacles left and right. Like, that's just the energy that you're embodying right now. You're scared about what your family is going to think, what your friends are going to think, the physical challenges that might show up, that might try to block your path. There's also this majorly message about community. Like, you're really scared of how the people around you will react, or some of you are even scared that the people in your life will deliberately cause blockages in your life or on your path. And that's exactly what I was talking about when I was talking about the darkness in this reading. Because some of you are scared that you will have to deal with negative energies, harmful intentions, and the evil eye. And that's why it's really uncanny that everything looks so dark. Like, right now I'm scared to look at myself, but Spirit is saying that none of these expectations, these fears that you have right now, none of them are actually true, or like at least there's no physical evidence, there's no evidence that it's actually going to happen to you. You know, you're just projecting a lot of your fears in the future, you know, on the future. It's like, I just heard like you're so used to you're so used to your path being blocked, you're so used to struggling, you're so used to being interrupted, you're so used to like suffering, you're so used to mm, I don't want to say giving up, but it's like something comes into your life and kind of makes you give up, you know. like like I just looked at the watch for no reason, and I felt this sense that I'm running out of time, which I'm not, you know. Yeah, so the time could also be a bondage here. Like maybe you feel that, you know, like I should have figured out my calling by now, and this new thing that has all of a sudden popped into my life, is it the right thing? Am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? And like, is it actually going to be successful? And what if I can't make it work? What if I just waste even more time? You know, there's so many questions, so many doubts, so many fears, and spirit is just saying like, chill, you're protected, it's going to be fine. And the people that you're scared will hurt you, not support you. The community that you're scared will send off negative energies towards you are going to be your biggest support system. In fact, you have the Chariot here. I always see this card as the divine support card, you know, like you have support from the divine itself, you know. You don't have to worry about the darkness. I mean, it's true that there are negative energies out there, and sometimes there are blockages that are created. Sometimes those blockages are created by the closest people in our lives, you know. I understand, and that's why you have black tourmaline coming in. So what you want to do is not focus on these negative energies, not focus on the fears, not focus on the darkness. You want to protect yourself from it, you know. So this is the perfect time to like include protection rituals into your daily routine. You want to carry black tourmaline, go ahead and do that. Or if you want to visualize like an orb, a ball of white light around you, go ahead and do that. Before you leave the house, you can just kind of affirm that your energy is protected, that you don't consent to other people blocking your energies or interfering your emotions or anything like that, you know. Like there are many ways to invoke protection, you know. So like, it's not like these things do not have a solution, you know. And you're constantly being told you're protected, your path is protected, your purpose is protected, your calling is protected. But it's really important that you have faith as well, you know. Yeah. And again, like, there are multiple references here that are just saying like you're on the right path. Somebody needs to make sure that they're dressing up really well, because I just heard allergies, so like some of you might fall sick or something like that, and you might see that as negative energies, you might see that as the evil eye, and it's not. It's just you needing to take more care of yourself. Okay, again, like, those fears that you have, they're probably irrational, you know. My heart is beating so fast right now, even though there's literally nothing for me to worry about, you know. I'm protected, my light is protected, my energy is protected. Your light, your energies, your emotions, it's all protected, you know. You just need to have trust in that, you just need to have faith in that. You don't have to be scared, my love. Doing protection rituals will help you. Taking a shower by the at the end of the day to just cleanse all the external energies will be helpful. Sending a prayer off into the universe, just asking your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels to protect you throughout the day, protect you through this chapter of your life. These are really simple, straightforward ways to protect your energy, and they work if you have trust. Daisies could be an important sign for this group, as well as red or pink hair. The color red is standing out for you as well. It was for group 2 as well. Purple as well, crown chakra energy. You're really aligned with your purpose, you're really aligned with your divine path, but somehow you're expecting the worst to happen. You're expecting that you will not have the perseverance that you need. You will not be motivated enough, you won't be inspired enough, or you won't like, other people will not like your work, or you won't receive the feedback that you want. There's so much self-conscious energy here, like you're creating blockages for yourself and then just blaming it on others. That's not right. You have to hold yourself more accountable. Like if the just noticed you have the 10-10 synchronicity, you also have double seven, so triple seven, or like double seven and 10-10 could be significant numbers for this group. I also just saw 10-01, like on the timer, just saw 10-01. So yeah, 10-10 or 10-01, 10-01 could be significant numbers, signs that you see on this journey. What was I saying? You have to hold yourself accountable. Like if you are the one causing your own blockages, it doesn't matter whether you're doing it consciously or subconsciously. Maybe you've created a habit of this, it's time to break that cycle. Again, 10-10, it's time to break a cycle, it's time to start a new one. It's time for a new chapter to begin in your life. You have the awakening card here, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integrations. Makes so much sense. Like I was trying to figure out this card. It makes so much sense. Like there's a whole new beginning happening for you, a whole new beginning happening in your life, a new chapter beginning. I heard the word alignment. There's a lot of good new things about to happen for you, and the one thing that you want to ensure is that you are not the one causing blockages on your path. Okay, yeah, I just saw 11-11 as well, so that could be another sign for you. My genuine desire to serve clears the path for me to step into my purpose. That is such a beautiful message. The divine is saying, I gave you this purpose, I gave you this sense of being, I am telling you what you're supposed to do, which path you're supposed to follow. If I have given you this confirmation, then why are you worried about external blockages? I am looking after you, I am protecting you, I am the one saying that this is where you're supposed to go. If my power is supporting you, then why do you give a shit about other external blockages? Like, who is more powerful than me? Who can stop you from following the path that I have given to you? Who can be more powerful than me to do that, Oh God, I saw 12-12 as well. There's a lot of angel numbers popping in for this group. 3-3-3 could be significant as well. If you want to dance, and release these energies, that could be helpful as well. There was something else I wanted to say, something else. Yeah, affirmations in general can be really helpful for this group. Like affirmation for protection, affirmation for positivity, affirmation for success, whatever it may be, affirmations will help you. Writing them down, repeating them, carrying them with you wherever you go, it will help you. Some of you are going to travel. They're going to travel. You might leave wherever it is that you are right now. And maybe this change, this move is so scary that you're subconsciously trying to look for ways to stop yourself from making this move. 13 could be significant as well for this group, which is important because 13 is death energies, like transformation, endings, new beginnings. Again, there's some big change entering your life, and subconsciously you might stop yourself from aligning yourself physically with that change. And that's why spirit is calling you out for creating blockages for yourself, for your own mental dialogues, because the last thing that you want is you getting in your own way. But some of you are traveling for sure. You're going somewhere else. You're finding your tribe. You're creating a whole new community for yourself. You're going to find some of your soul family members as well. Some of you could be traveling with your romantic partner if you have one. Like you could be moving in with them or something like that. Because I see you, like you have the 10 of wands here, and the woman here, she's like packed her bags and she's ready to go, but still there's a lot of sadness here, like a lot of fear. Yeah, but it's going to be a good change. Like this is a divinely aligned step that you're taking. I just saw 1441. Okay, I saw 1010, then I saw 1111, I saw 1212, I saw 1313, now I just saw 1441. Okay. You are divinely protected. You are divinely guided. Don't freak out. Don't create blockages for yourself. Go ahead and embrace this change. Make this move. It's going to be the right thing. The universe is looking after you. There are big, beautiful things coming into your life once you make this move. 511 and 811 could be significant signs as well. That's it. That's the last message for this group. Yep. Why did I look to my right? That felt very involuntary, but it also felt purposeful for some reason. Like, don't look away out of fear. Don't look away from this path that lies ahead of you. Look right at it, embrace it. Be honest with yourself. Hold yourself accountable. Be responsible. You can face this. You can do this. Again, affirmations will be really helpful. Okay. Those were all the messages that I had. Let me know if that resonated. Let me know if it helped. And I will see you in the next reading. Thank you.